What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I kind of saw a lot of questions going around and people were like, you know what, should I wait for the new iPhone? Should I go buy a newest iPhone? Should I buy the XS, XS Max, whatever the case is? And I'm going to try my best to answer that. Now, obviously, I don't know everything, but sometimes I do know everything, and this is exactly what you should do, all right? Now, to break it down for you guys, if you want the iPhone XR, the XS, or the XS Max, I would say 100% wait. There's no reason to pick up those phones right now. Whatever phone you're using now, I would recommend just using until like September. The new iPhone 11 will be out at some time during September. If they pull what they did last year, then the 11R, whatever they're going to call it, might come out in October, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. It's going to be literally the same exact thing. And even at that point, the XS and XS Max at this point right now might actually be the same price as a brand new iPhone XR as of right now too. So, and the reason I say that is because of the used prices, and I'll get into those in a second. But in terms of just the value of the phone you're going to get, you're not getting like a brand new phone right now. Like obviously you are, but you're paying the same price for a phone that came out almost a year ago. So you might as well just wait. I wouldn't recommend buying an iPhone XR, XS, or XS Max new or used as of right now, because in October, not only will the used prices depreciate quite a bit, but also the new prices will go down. I think they're going to go down about $150. So the iPhone 11, the regular small variant, will actually be a little bit more expensive than the XS Max if they even keep them in the store or not, who knows. Now, this is what I'll tell you. If you want an iPhone 10, 8 Plus, or iPhone 8 right now, or lower model, so even the 6S, whatever, and you currently own another iPhone, I would probably tell you you're better off selling the iPhone now and picking up an iPhone 10, 8 Plus, or iPhone 8, whatever, because the resale value of those iPhones are going to retain until like October or September. And then after, the resale value of your iPhone 7 or something will tend to go down after the newest iPhones, because if you think about it, the iPhone 7 is 2 generations behind once in September, and the new iPhones come out, that'll be 3 generations behind, and that price will go down. So if you have an iPhone 7 or iPhone 6 or whatever, I don't think the prices are going to be extremely different to where if you sell your iPhone now and you pick up a new iPhone in the used market, that you'll lose a ton of money. I don't think that's the case. I think you'll be okay. So that's pretty much how I would break those two scenarios down. I would not recommend picking up a XS, XS Max, or XR right now, new or used. But if you want an iPhone 10, 8 Plus, or iPhone 8 lower, I would recommend, selling your iPhone or selling your Android phone, whatever the case is, and picking up one of those phones or lower models, because the depreciation isn't going to be as crazy as it is going to be for the XS, XS Max, and iPhone XR. Now, the iPhone 10 and lower will also get lower in price, but probably not much until about the December timeline, because I buy a bunch of used phones, and every time I go out and I buy them or whatever, I notice that the prices, like right now, the iPhone 10 is around the $600 price tag, maybe a little bit less. I think it's not going to be until like at least like October, November, where that price goes below $500 for like a 64 gig variant. For an iPhone 10, it might go down to like $450, maybe $400 if you're lucky. But I still think the iPhone 10 is going to retain its value quite a bit. Now, I think for the iPhone 11, I think it's going to maintain the same prices as the previous models. So in my opinion, if Apple is going to keep selling the iPhone XS, XS Max in the Apple Store, I don't know if they're going to keep the iPhone XR in there or not, but if they keep those models, then the iPhone 10, then those prices will go down, like I said before, about $150 to $200, who knows. But in the used market, you should be able to pick up an iPhone XR. This is my predictions. When September, October, that timeline comes out, I think you should be able to pick up an iPhone XR in the used market for about $500, maybe even a little bit less. For an iPhone XS, you'll pay around $600, maybe a little bit less. And for an iPhone XS Max, you might pay around $700 or a little bit less. So it's all going to be around those price tags, $500, $600, and $700 for all of those base models. Of course, if you want the 256 or 512 gig variants, then that's going to cost a little bit more. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. Of course, I get to be totally wrong. These are all just my opinions and estimates. But to answer the question, should you wait for the iPhone 11? I'm going to say, to be on the safe side, yes. It really does not harm you at all for waiting. If the iPhone 11 turns out to have some crazy new feature that you really want, then you can still purchase it or whatever. But like I stated, if you want like an iPhone 10 or lower model, then you should might. But like I said, if you're going the used route and you want an iPhone 10 or lower, it really won't hurt you to pick it up. You're probably going to lose maybe like $50 or something, not a big deal. But if you do have an iPhone 6S or iPhone 7 or iPhone 6 or whatever, you could probably make your money back and equal out that difference if you just sell that iPhone before the newest one comes out. So I know I'm all over the place, but that's kind of how I would break it down. Hopefully it makes sense to you guys. If you have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it'll mean so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I would really appreciate if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.